Breaking, you must hear this because things are going to get serious as Eazy The Block and Rema's feud reaches a boiling point. Rumor has it that a recent incident that affected them both severely was the reason for the most recent outburst. Eazy The Block has been voicing their opinions to anyone who will listen, demonstrating that this matter is far from resolved, as if that weren't enough. This drama is just beginning, and it appears that it will only get more intense, so stay tuned. Has reportedly developed feelings for Papoose, and after he questioned her loyalty, they became heated during a car ride. Remy triggered him by introducing him to Capo's new girlfriend, which is why he is especially upset. This isn't a one-time event though. It seems like the tension has been building for weeks and is now reaching a breaking point. Here's what happened if you missed the previous drama. Remy's actions have been making things tense, and it appears that things are going to blow up. Keep checking back because there are still rumors about Remy. Following reports in late 2023 that Remy had cheated on Papoose with an underground rapper known for his laid-back style, people started to speculate that she was using this new guy as a rebound. For months, it appeared that Remy was still fixated on Papoose and his new romance. But when Papo shared a touching Father's Day picture with his daughter and used the opportunity to publicly announce their split, the situation took a dramatic turn. Not only that, but Remy and her new partner soon began to show up together. Everyone thought Remy and Eazy The Block were in a committed relationship when they were spotted together. But it was obvious that something was amiss when Remy suddenly stopped going out with him. A confrontation with rapper G Gotti was when things really started to go south. While Remy attempted to provide support from the sidelines, Gotti didn't hold back and revealed the true reasons for their split, throwing shade at their messy relationship. Is this the end of Remy and Eazy's whirlwind romance? Or is more? Chaos is on the way, so stay tuned to find out because this drama isn't over yet. Can you believe that Gotti didn't hold back when she accused Remy of cheating on Papoose, the man who had been faithful to her for years and supported her during her incarceration? What's even more shocking is that Papoose didn't even deny these accusations of infidelity, instead seeming to accept them and admitting that Remy wasn't as faithful as everyone thought. After Gotti dropped the bombshell, he doubled down on it, and this is what he has said since the rumors. Knowing Rye, we all expected her to come out strong and deny the accusations when word of Ren's adultery started to spread. However, this is where things went wrong because instead of facing the situation head-on, she chose to keep quiet. Silence doesn't imply weakness, and it turns out that Remy wasn't even playing around with Eazy The Block while it was in the news. There was another player involved who didn't want to be seen in public with Ren. It didn't take long for identity to be revealed, which is bad news, Captain. According to reports from multiple media outlets, she was in a polyamorous relationship after being criticized for her tense relationship. The story gets more complicated when you realize that another underground rapper was spotted holding hands and wearing matching timepieces. Remy initially tried to deny this connection, but guess what? Several media outlets confirmed it. Just when you thought it couldn't get any more shocking, she revealed something shocking a few weeks ago that left the internet stunned. And this time it's Claressa Shields. Remy, the boxing champion, even posted a screenshot of Papo with his new girlfriend, adding a critical caption to the photo message while Papo was lying at my house talking on the phone with Claressa Shields. He won't go after Remy's explosive revelation, as things between her and Claressa Shields went completely south. The two women didn't hold back, engaging in a series of heated arguments, with Claressa even threatening to physically confront Remy whenever they passed this girl, who is supposed to be a world boxer. However, she hung up as soon as she heard my voice. Now I'm telling you everything, and you're not alone. Many of Remy's supporters were startled when he blasted Papoose for starting a new relationship since, let's face it, it seems that Remy, with her constant nasty energy, is still not over Papoose. She can't stomach seeing him find peace with someone else. And just when you think this story couldn't get any more astonishing, she cheated on him first. She is furious that he went on with someone else, and it's evident that she doesn't want to see him happy weeks. The audience's reaction was amazing when Remy arrived at a public gathering a few minutes into the play. They had begun to applaud the block captain during his rap battle, but what followed left everyone in astonishment. They wanted to be on the front line, so they shouted, "Hey Remy, don't you love me?" See right there, that's the applause. The video went viral within hours of its release, and fans instantly lambasted Remy Ma for what they considered to be her inciting. Even though she was still with Eazy, the block captain was talking about messy. But insiders are now admitting that things weren't as they seemed. The question caught Remy by surprise, and she chose to say yes right away to avoid adding to the drama, even though she wasn't ready for the aftermath. Now that the truth is out, he put her in a terrible situation by failing to tell her that this bombshell was coming, and as a result, things blew up between her and her roommate. According to a source, Rye has been on a warpath since she punished Papoose for dating someone new, and Eazy feels like he's being taken advantage of since Remy isn't treating him with the respect he deserves. Here's where karma may enter the picture though, because moving on to Remy while she was cool with Papoose was nothing less than betrayal, and betrayal always has consequences. While some may argue that this is his karma coming full circle, fans are discussing the entire situation, and many are shocked that Remy may have done Papo stir. For someone like 50 Cent, who fought his way to fame with unwavering dedication, Remy Ma is the perfect example of why some people say you shouldn't date a New York woman. People are condemning her for everything he did for her, arguing that she could have treated him better after all the years of support and commitment. Remy Ma will continue to crash out during this midlife crisis and perimenopause period, and she has died more tragically than anyone else that comes to mind. In retrospect, she will see that this was the worst choice she has ever made. 50 Cent's story is more complex than it first appears. When he married his then-girlfriend Sheena Tompkins in 1996, he became a parent. His real name is Curtis Jackson. Few people are aware of the drama and heartache that underlie his personal life, even though the world knows him best as a rapper. Is Eazy the Block Captain someone you truly care for? Or was he only a ploy to move on from Papoose? Kindly leave your comments in the space provided below. He has given his Zaire son, Sire, all of his love and attention while balancing complex relationships from his past. As they grew older, their admiration for their father changed to disappointment, and by the time they reached the legal end of things in 2008, the tension between 50 and his oldest son, May Jackson, had already begun. As children, the Mayers loved their father and saw them as a superhero, someone bigger than life. Gave birth to Marquez during a period of apparent prosperity, but as their troubled relationship deteriorated, so did the strain on the familial tie between 50 and his son. When Mars was seen in a picture with Griffa, Kenneth Supreme's kid, in 2008, it was the last St. Goey. 50 Cent was severely impacted by this treachery and responded on social media with a nasty remark that he would have failed if the mayor and MC Griff's son had been struck by a bus. These fights with Tompkins and complicated legal battles made their communication a distant lawyer-mediated procedure. It was a cold-cut statement that indicated how bad their relationship had become, with family members stating that the Mayers noted that he thought his son was not treating him with any respect, despite the fact that he had given Mace much more money than he had ever had as a youngster. Mars attempted to publicly draw his father's notice in 2022 by offering $6,700 for a single day, the same amount 50 had paid in child support each month. Frequently stirred the pot by purposely doing things to agitate his father. He would associate with people 50 didn't like or post things online to irritate him. Mars later said that he had tried to contact out privately, but had failed because he didn't have his father's phone number banned on social media. Despite the pain, Mraz is determined to establish himself and enters the music industry, dropping songs and trying to create a career free from his father's shadow, in contrast to 50 Cent, who rejected the offer, saying that it wasn't about money and that he just wanted to spend time with his father. Deeply ingrained family problems can conceal layers of pain, happiness, and strife, even for the most successful people. 50 Cent's experience as a father and a son is not an anomaly. His relationship with his oldest son, Maris, is also influenced by the struggles he has endured through the highs and lows of his 50s family story, which is one of love, treachery, and the challenges that make managing family relationships so challenging. He welcomed his second son, Sire, with death joy in September 2012. Was turbulent, but they seem to have a much tighter connection on the surface. On social media, Dee accused 50 of mystery in March 2024, saying that her heart was broken and that she no longer had any faith in him as a parent. Although 50 Cent rejected the charges, their already tense relationship was made worse by the public accusations. There were allegations that Daff was engaged in adult labor at this time, which she did, and that 50 was relocating to obtain sole custody of Sire. The drama made news and was no longer limited to courtrooms. Daffin was accused of kicking her and causing damage to her property after their disagreement became heated. However, he entered a guilty plea to misdemeanor mischief in the incident, avoiding heavier punishment. 50F was accused of domestic abuse in 2013, so this wasn't the first time their argument made news. Nevertheless, he never wavers in his commitment to his legacy, particularly with regard to Sir. He made it clear in a recent interview that his youngest son would inherit all of his riches, stressing that everything he has created will be Sir's to carry, resulting in community service and 3 years of probation. McGriff is more than just a name to anyone who is familiar with 50's background. He's connected to a troubled time in the rapper's life. Allegedly, he was a part of the shooting at Pride 2000, which nearly claimed 50 lives. Fans are still in awe of his loyalty to his father, but many are curious about what happened to his firstborn child, Mars. One of the most heated moments in the ongoing tale about the friction between 50 and Mars was when his son was spotted with the child of someone who was so directly connected to the incident. 50 Cent's laser-like focus on creating a future for his son loomed in the background of a 2018 photo that Mars shared of his son with Kenneth Supreme. His mother was drugged, rendered unconscious, and had her apartment set on fire in what the author believed to be a homicide. 50 Cent's life was indelibly impacted by the unanswered mystery surrounding her death. Despite living in a dangerous region in South Jamaica, Queens, she was renowned for her courage and fortitude, achieving strides in an environment that wasn't friendly to women like her. 50 Cent's life has always revolved around his family, but it hasn't been without its share of hardships and heartaches. 50 Cent has talked in interviews about the pain that never completely healed after his mother, Sabrina Jackson, passed away when he was only 8 years old. Curtis' ambition, passion, and unwavering drive for success were spurred by this incident, but it also left scars that helped to mold the complicated man he is today, a parent attempting to strike a balance between the anguish of unresolved relationships and his legacy. According to the details of her tragic abduction, Sabrina was more than simply his mother. She was the strong woman who ensured her son was prepared for the hard world he would face. He recalls her as firm but nurturing, constantly encouraging him to get up and move forward. Her advice to get up, "What are you crying for?" stayed with him and shaped his response to life's obstacles, both as a youngster and as a well-known celebrity. Even as an adult, he admits that she took away the one person who meant the world to him, and that whenever life. 50 Cent has never held back when discussing those years. His music and interviews portray a time of arrests, altercations, and snap decisions, but his grandma remained his pillar of support and the one constant in a turbulent life. At the age of 12, he was taken to South Jamaica, Queens, to live with his grandmother. He was working, distributing drugs, and learning how to live on the streets by that point. He didn't want to go down this route, but he felt forced to do so in order to survive. Recounts how his rough exterior on the streets and the fact that he had to get permission to walk home from school made living with his grandma challenging at times. His aunt Sylvia, who was upset that Curtis had replaced her in the family, was the source of the tension. In spite of this, he had a close relationship with his grandma and frequently thought she could see his mother's face. He felt the weight of this unsaved connection every day, but it also deepened her love. Despite her weakness, her eyes brightened as he spoke to her, and he saw her heart rate decrease after their brief encounter. Even when he suffered with the constant tragedies of losing friends and loved ones to drugs, violence, and accidents, he struggled to cope with this loss. It hurt more than anything 50 had ever gone through. The whole family had gathered at the hospital when he was called, and his aunt turned to face him and said, "I'm waiting for you." Although these ties haven't always been clear-cut, 50 Cent honored his grandfather's sacrifices with a heart-shaped Instagram post. His relationship with Daffy, the mother of his youngest son's side, for example, has been challenging and has been characterized by charges in the public eye and legal issues. In a widely shared tweet that has since been removed, model and actress Daffy claimed in May 2023 that 50 Cent had mistreated him. 50 Cent responded by suing for defamation, saying that he still puts his family first in spite of the upheaval. In September 2023, 50 Cent decided to end the lawsuit after all the drama, but he left it open to be revived if needed in the interim. It appears that he merely wished to distance himself from the ongoing legal mess. However, 50 Cent has consistently stated that he wanted to be present during his parents' tumultuous relationship, and the DA's claims that he felt mistreated exacerbated their already tense relationship. What are your thoughts? Please leave your comments below. For over 2 decades, 50 Cent has been embroiled in a lengthy fight with Shanequa Tompkins, the mother of his eldest son, Marquise. Since the late 1990s, when their relationship first started, things have become more complex. It's unclear if this is a part of a larger plot or only an attempt to defuse the situation. The situation has gotten even more problematic because of all the animosity between him and Joy. According to 50 Cent, her charges were meant to keep him from accomplishing anything important in addition to harming his name. How do you feel about this whole thing? Do you think Shanequa is being unfairly singled out, or do you think 50's charges are true? Tell us in the space provided for comments beneath the back and forth. In January 2019, 50 accused Shanequa of squandering funds from his first large international tour for cosmetic surgery rather than real estate, further escalating the ongoing cycle of public insults, lawsuits, and back and forth on social media. Shanequa didn't keep quiet, as you could anticipate, and the drama went on. 50 Cent revealed that he had been paying Shanequa $40,000 a month, or about $500,000 annually, for the care of their sons, but Shanequa wasn't satisfied with that amount and demanded more, which increased tension. In response, 50 Cent took the matter to court, and eventually the payment amount was reduced to $34,000. The dispute between 50 Cent and Shanequa Tompkins seemed to go on forever, especially when it came to their custody battle over their sons. The constant dispute between 50 Cent and Shanequa, which cost $6,700 a month, reveals how intense and intricate their relationship has been throughout the years. Despite the money, the emotional toll on their son, and all the back and forth from the public, it appears like their hostility is far from done. What are your thoughts? Is there any hope that these two will ever sort things out? Or will this conflict continue to play out in the public eye? Let us know your opinions in the comments area below. However, the drama didn't finish there. Shanequa made a hazardous step by teaming with her. The complexity of this scenario only increases. How do you feel about her appearing on a reality TV program? Do you believe that's just another chapter in their never-ending drama, or does it make things worse? Please feel free to comment below with your ideas. Comments.